point, scoring 34 and looking like a key piece in the future, but it was all Miami who never trailed after the first quarter. Here's Doc on when we can expect Embiid back.
I really don't know. I honestly, we talked yesterday, we talked today, new generation FaceTime. I don't know why they FaceTime, but he looked good as far as talking, but there's no, he's got so many steps to go through. I don't think he's cleared any of them right now. So we just have to wait and see.
Darius and Quentin back here with us. Hello again, fellas. All right, Darius, I'll start with you. It likely won't happen this season. Let's be honest, it's not happening this season. But do you think Embiid and Harden can win a title together in Philly in the future?
I think they got a good chance. It's hard. You got Giannis and you got a lot of good teams out there. So I don't know. I think it's going to be real hard for them to win a title.
Hold on. Put Darius and Q up on the split screen. You know good and damn well the answer to that question is no. Come on, bro. Come on now. You know, say it, damn it. You got a podcast. Y'all doing big things in the podcast world. You don't hold back then. You ain't going to hold back on first thing. You know good and damn well you can't see Philly winning the title in the near future. Not with all these other teams out here and not with the way that James Harden appears to have lost a step. Come on, D.
No, this is a new day and age, and teams be making moves just out the blue, and you never know what move that they gonna make to make them be in a contention in the next couple of years. But they do got two good pieces that can start something to win a title. So I just don't want to count them out like that.
Well, is James Harden still the same, Q? Is James Harden still the same? Is he the same dude we've been watching all of these years?
Listen, I'm under the mindset that I want to see him. I'm gonna get to me he deserves the grace as much as he's done and who he is and what he's putting in the league. To get a off season to get fully healthy and to get fully in shape and to come in the next season and to see how he looks. I'm gonna reserve my my opinion on that until I see him coming to Philly Philly if he signs back there or wherever he's at after a full off season where he's getting himself healthy and getting himself in shape. And then if he's still doing some of the same thing, then maybe I have to agree with that. But I have to wait till after that.
Good answer. Let me explain what my position is about James Harden so we're all clear. The brother can ball. He ain't no scrub now. We're not saying that. We're just saying that he spoiled us with a standard of greatness on the offensive end of the floor that is rare in the history of the NBA. And that dude is not what we have seen since he suffered the hamstring injury last year in Brooklyn.
Wait though. This is part of that. Like when you talk about what he showed us and how he spoiled us in Houston, we have to take into consideration that he was being coached by my former coach, Mike D'Antoni, and he was in the offense where he had the ball, I don't know how much, but a very high percentage of the time. And I liken that to say, like, Steve Nash won MVP back-to-back in that offense. And he wasn't as offensive-minded as James Harden.
Pause. So what are you saying? Are you saying that if Mike D'Antoni was the coach, that we'd see better offense from James Harden? Is that what you're saying?
I'm not going into that. But what I'm saying is that if we're gonna judge him about what he gave us in Houston, we have to look at all the variables that were there. And I know for a fact that was a huge part of it. Anybody who goes and play, look at what Jeremy Lin did under Mike D'Antoni. He went crazy. So I mean, it's a common denominator with that too. So I think even without him having a hamstring injury, we wouldn't have seen that same James Harden that we saw in Houston because the variables were different.
I gotta admit that's a damn good answer, Bucky. What the hell's going on here? I mean, I have no comeback for that. I have no comeback for that. Go ahead, Darius. Listen, right now, when you look at Miami, you look at Boston, you look at Milwaukee. Who do y'all see being in the Eastern Conference Finals? I'll go with you, Darius. What's up?
I'm definitely going with that boy from the Lou in Boston. You know what I'm saying? I think it's time for him to step up and show the league of what he's doing. And they look good. They playing as a team. Hopefully they get Smart back and I'll see them in there. But I think with Embiid out, Miami is a for sure in the conference finals. And I think it's going to be Boston and Miami.
What about you, Q?
I can't go against it. I think the Boston and Milwaukee series can go either way. The first game had me kind of scared, but they bounced back second game and let me know I feel like it's going to be a 7-game series and it could go either way. But I think easily, like you said, Miami has Philly. That might be 4 or 5 games, and then that's going to be over with. So I say Miami and I'm gonna go with Boston with my young boy Tatum. I gotta go
Okay,
with Boston.
wait. So can we go one step further?
Sure.
Say it is Boston and Miami. Who's winning that? Q.
Boston.
I go with that. I think Boston could beat Miami.
Quentin's still thinking.
Q, you said, what's up with the hesitancy? What's up with the hesitancy?
Yeah, what's your concern with that
Bobby, what's
matchup?
up?
I got a lot of love and admiration for the Heat and those guys down there. So it's
So do
tough
I.
for me to just overlook that and say I don't know. I know what they bring to the table defensively and as a team as well. So it's not. I can't even call that one right now. I have to see how these two teams finish up in this series. Then I can make my decision.
Well, let me say this. I got nothing but mad respect for Jimmy Butler, Kyle Lowry, and the crew in Miami. My love, however, is for Miami. I mean, it's for the city of Miami. I mean, my love is for Miami.
We didn't
the
know.
respect is for the players. So let's get that out the way. There's a distinction that needs to be made, okay? But get back to Milwaukee and Boston. Here was my worry. Boston came back, major props to them. You got Jaylen Brown playing lights out, Tatum playing lights out. My problem is that seems to be what's going to be required in order for them to win this series because Giannis and Milwaukee is obviously led by Giannis, bigger, stronger, just they can big boy them. Y'all weren't worried about that after what y'all saw in game one?
I really wasn't because every series, Jalen and Jason is going to have to fit the bill. They're going to have to bring everything they supposed to bring. The other guys got to play well, so they're going to do what they got to do. I feel like they're going to go in there and they're going to get one. I feel like this is their year. They clicking at the right time. They looking like the best team when they playing the right basketball, and it's just not them too. It's Marcus Smart. It's White. It's Horford. They got Williams back. They look real good to me, and I think this might be their year they can slip on through.
Okay. I can't deny that. I mean, Milwaukee does have me worried. Giannis got me worried that I'm going to end up in Milwaukee in June for the second
Okay,
straight
let's
year.
please, have you not learned your lesson about talking about Milwaukee?
I love Milwaukee. I love the fans.
Stop.
I love the fans. I love the people.
I think Chris Middleton, them losing Chris Middleton is really going to hurt them a lot.
Yeah.
By not having him down the stretch. And I feel like with a team like Boston that's really perimeter dominant, that's going to hurt. And I feel like that's the reason that they can kind of slip through there.
I think he might come back later in the series, though. I think there's a chance. If this goes 6 or 7 games, he might be back. But I hear you. I hear you.
Quentin, Darius, this was fun. Thank you guys for stopping by.
Appreciate
and
y'all,
of course,
fellas.
everybody at home.
Growing up, I want to take it back to when I was 5 years old again, but me and my dad watching him play, and he was like, you see how he makes sure everybody's involved, and then he picks his times when he's going to take over the game. And I've just always admired, the way he does that. He's just in control at all times. He's 2-3 steps ahead of whatever the other team's doing. And just the leadership, that can never go unnoticed when you're talking about this man. And just the way he holds people accountable, the will to win. The list keeps going on and on. That's why he has the nickname he does.
I love that appreciation right there. Meanwhile, huge blow for the Warriors. Gary Payton is expected to miss about a month after he fractured his left elbow. Payton suffered that injury in a flagrant foul, too, by the Grizzlies' Dillon Brooks in Game 2. However, there is a possibility he could return for the NBA Finals should Golden State make it. According to Woj, the NBA is investigating the possibility of a suspension for Brooks, with decision likely to come down today. Now, let's have some fun. NBA vets and hosts of the Knuckleheads podcast, Quentin Richardson and Darius Miles, gracing your television screens. Gentlemen, so nice to meet you. Thank you for being with us today.
Thank you for having us.
Well, first of all, a couple of things that the audience needs to know. Number one, my man Q Richardson, he's been looking out for me since my days as a newspaper writer. This is my big brother here. I got love for him, all right? And Darius will always hold a special place because he was playing for me when the coach, Stephen A, got robbed because Mike Wilbon and his crew set it up. They put the fix in. Now, Q was on that Chicago squad, okay? But Darius tried to hold it down for me. I didn't give him enough help. My bad, D. My bad.
What had happened?
I'm still torn up about that loss, too.
Tell me about it. So am I. Q and them cheated, but we'll get on that another
like
day.
Revisionist history to me,
the fix was in. All the Chicago crew. The fix was in. Fellas, let me ask y'all this. First things first. Do you think that what Dillon Brooks did to Gary Payton II warrants a suspension? Q, I'm going to start with you. We can't hear him.
I'm not hearing Q's audio.
We're not hearing you, Q. We got to fix your audio. Darius, go ahead. Let's start with you. We'll come back to Q. Go ahead, Darius.
It's tricky. Yeah, that was kind of a bad foul. It wasn't a smart decision to make. I think his team needed him. The situation, the first quarter, it was kind of risky, but he might have to get 1 game suspension for that.
Yeah, I'm kind of that mindset too. I mean, I don't want to advocate anybody getting suspended. I'm an advocate.
Me either.
I'm a fan of Dylan Brooks. The brother can play. I like his toughness. I like him a lot. But that play, when you knocked him upside the head while he was airborne in today's NBA, you know that's a no-no. And him doing that ain't grabbing the jersey like Draymond did with Brandon Clark. That was an entirely different and far more vicious play. So I am of the mindset that should happen. Go ahead, Molly. You were saying
No, what I was going to do here is I wanted to ask you this, Stephen A. Are you more confident in the Suns or Warriors? I wanted to get your take quickly, yes. And then I want Darius to respond, and we'll work on getting Quentin back as well.
We got to get Q's. Well, listen, I got confidence. Listen, the Suns, their leadership of CP3 is sublime. Devin Booker's big time. But I ain't jumping off the Warriors bandwagon because they got Clay, Steph, and Jordan Poole. I'm not ready to do that yet. Q, can you hear us now? Can you hear us now, Q?
Yeah, I got you.
All right, there you go. So what's your thoughts about that, Suns or the Warriors in the West?
Who are you more confident in?
I got all the confidence in the world in the Warriors, but I mean the Suns have had that fire about them. I feel like them losing in the finals last year, they've come back like a team on a mission. I feel like that's their ultimate goal is to get back to the finals.
What about you, Darius? Who you going with?
Oh yeah, I definitely like the Suns in the situation. I feel like all year they've been playing like a team that went to the championship last year, and I feel like they continue to do it right now. CP3 look like he's in mode, and Brooks is back, so I think it's definitely good for them.
I can appreciate that, fellas, but I mean, damn, it ain't just the Splash Brothers with Steph and Clay. Now they got this brother Jordan Poole, who's capable of pulling up big buckets. That don't sway y'all in any way, Q?
No, I mean, listen, I think once they get to that, if it's Warriors and Suns in the next round, I think it could go either way. I'm just of the mindset. I love what Phoenix has done as far as their length and their defense, and I feel like that's a big blow. Them and Gary Payton and not having his defensive prowess to be able to go out there and defend a CP or a Booker during that series. So I think the tables have turned a little bit. They didn't get Wiseman back like I thought he was going to come back to the Warriors.
So did I.
But they didn't get him.
Yeah. Darius, let me transition to Memphis because we can't talk like this series is over. Memphis can still win this series. Ja Morant is that dude. There's just no denying it. How, Darius, should we be looking at the Memphis Grizzlies now and their chances of winning this series based on what you saw in games 1 and 2?
I definitely think they got a good chance at winning, but I think Golden State is going to win the series. I think their experience is going to win over that. I wish Andre Iguodala would have kind of worked that out with Memphis because I feel like that's just the missing piece that they need. Somebody that's a winner or a veteran that can teach them how to win. I feel like when you're a young team like that, you lose to learn how to become a winner. And I think that's the process.